Okay. How we doing today? Well, today on the X-Man Jack Tell It Like It Is show, we're going to get into the politics of things. Now, not going to dive too deep. We're just going to point out a few things, and we're just going to roll with it, and we're just going to go from there. And as always, just feel free to throw stuff in the comments. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, stuff of that nature. It's always good. But anyway, what do you do when a Democrat turns red? Now, I'm not talking jumping parties. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about something a little bit different. What I'm talking about is when they start selling out the American people and the Americas for China. That's right, Beijing Joe. Everybody knows that there's been dealings over there. Whether it's been him or whether it's been his son Hunter or whatever the case is. And everybody's been sitting there trying to put the blame on our ex-president, Trump. Well, let me tell you something. Trump, that dude, he got the job done. And there's just no denying that. Now, you might not like the guy. And I know a lot of people who don't. But one thing is you just cannot deny what he's done for the American people. And that's just the fact of the matter. Now, there's been a lot of people who don't like Trump, and they've done everything they possibly could to get that guy out of office. And they succeeded. A lot of people said they stole the election. Well, you're going to be your own judge about that. But there's proof on both sides, okay? So we'll just leave it at that. But one thing is for sure. You got this idiot Biden who's got these borders wide open. Now, I don't know if y'all pay attention to what's going on. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. But every time he brings these people over and they request asylum, guess where he sends them? He sends them to all the states that are Republican. Yeah, he don't send them to the Democratic states. No. He sends them to the Republican states. Now, you got to ask yourself why. Is it because the Democratic mayors and governors are calling Beijing Joe and telling him, hey, I don't want you sending that, alien over to us? Maybe that's what it is. Or is it that it's strategic? As in, hey, let's go ahead and send these guys over to these red Republican states so we can go ahead and turn them guys blue. After all, we're wanting to change all the voting rights to where anybody can vote, whether you're an American citizen or not. And seeing as how we let these guys in here, and they all think that Biden is number one, we'll go ahead and vote for Biden, come this next election, or we'll just vote Democrat come this next election and keep these guys in power. Well, that's exactly what they're doing. Now, y'all might not believe that, and that's fine if you don't, but it is gospel, and that is a fact. That's exactly what's going on. He's bringing in all these immigrants, and he's strategically putting them in Republican states to purposely change that state in favor of the Democrat. And that's just the fact of the matter. And that's just the way it is. It's unfortunate because now you got to give them guys money. And guess where that money's coming from? It's coming from your Social Security that you've been paying into. And they're sitting there saying, oh, Social Security going to run out. Well, it's going to run out because the government keeps taking it. They keep taking it to pay for their bullshit programs, or they're taking it to give off to these immigrants that are coming into the country. They're giving it to these illegal aliens that are already here. And they're giving it to the people who got snuck in as a child and we're never thrown out. The dreamers. They're doing it for all these guys. See, that's why Trump wanted to get rid of them all. He was wanting to get all these guys out of here, to avoid something like this from happening. Now they're going to sit there and argue, well, they do the jobs that nobody else wants to do. Yeah, but at what cost? At what cost? They drive down the wages, okay? So basically, if you're going to go out there, and pick, apples or strawberries or blueberries out of a field for like $1 an hour, and you got people who are willing to do that, compared to somebody who is demanding, $15 an hour or $12 an hour, what are you going to do? You're going to bring in that, immigrant and giving them that $1 an hour to do it. Because they'll do it for that. So because of that, you can't get the price up. You can't give these jobs to people who are in need. I mean, come on. I mean, you're going to sit here and try to tell me that there's no Americans who's wanting to do these kind of jobs? That there's no Americans who can fulfill them? We got homeless people. Why the fuck can't they get out there and do a job like that? I don't see no reason why they can't. Do you? Ask yourself that. What about when you see these guys on the corner, peddling for, money? Why can't they go out into a field and, pick some fruit? Ask yourself that. Ask them that. Say, hey, why are you doing this when you could be doing that? Ask yourself. Ask them. What can we do to get these guys off the streets, out from underneath bridges, out from the boxes that they live in? Put them out in the field. Let them, pick the fruit. Hell, that's a decent job. It's an honest wage. Why not do that? And if it's a farmer, I'm sure he's got plenty enough room to where they, can, let the guys set up a tent or something, hell. But the point is they can get them off the street and get them to work. We can use our own people instead of bringing in the illegals. We can get these guys out of the country in a humane manner and let our own people do the work. Let them come back. Yeah, you want to come back, you want to live in the U.S., that's fine, but do it the right way. Come in legally, not illegally. Do it legally. And Joe, listen, man, you're an idiot. I'm talking straight to you, President Biden. For one, I'm going to use this term that everybody else does. You're not my president. And you're not. You were not my first choice. Harris wasn't my first choice. You're incompetent. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. You're being handled by everybody else. I can see the strings attached to you. There's no damn doubt about it. And you got that wooden nose that keeps on growing, son. That's just the way it is. You have no idea. You fall asleep on the job, man. And you're going to call it quits as soon as you get up and take a piss in the morning. I mean, come on. What the hell kind of president are you, man? Oh, that's right. You're not a president at all. You're just a puppet. You're just a stinking, lousy piece of crap puppet that don't know nothing. Now listen, you might have been great at one time, but even then you was a shyster. You was a hustler. You was a player. And we know about you, man. We know what you did to your wife. We know what happened there. We know that you went ahead and cheated on her, and that's why she picked up that bottle. And we know what happened after that. We all know. We know, Joe. We know that you lied. We know that you put a whole family through hell because of your lie. We know, Joe. That driver wasn't the one who was drunk, Joe. That truck driver saved your boys' lives, Joe. And you gonna do that family that way? That was wrong, son. That was way wrong. But we'll get off that. We'll go back to the whole China thing. You're selling us out, man. Every time you turn around, you're selling us out. You're using them to supply products to the U.S. and you're not using our own stuff. We could be independent, Joe, but no, you don't want that. You want to put that boot to our head. That's what you want to do, Joe. You want to hold us back, hold us down. You don't want America to be what it was. And what the hell was you thinking when you did this whole thing with Afghanistan? Seriously? Come on. Come on, man. You're supposed to be the smart guy. You're supposed to have advisors who are smart. What the hell? Even Trump said the right way to do it would have been to let everybody grab their weapons and grab their planes, grab their tanks and vehicles, whatever else they had, and move it all out instead of leaving it behind. What the hell was you thinking? And then after everything was out, then bomb those bases. They were ours. We built them. What was you thinking? All you did was put us back to where we were at prior to Trump with the Taliban. And even worse than that. You did that, Joe. You and your handlers did that. Because you want everything to be the way it was before Trump. And let's talk conspiracy theories, okay? Let's talk about all the tunnels that everybody says that are underneath Walmart to Walmart, all, going everywhere and every which way. Like an underground highway, I guess you could say. It's been talked about. People have worked on them, Joe. Come on, man. Or what about the whole, theory about that brand new airport in Denver being a hub for aliens? Don't know if that's true or not, but people say it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. I don't know. But it's been talked about. But Joe, there's proof, man. There's proof that you sat there and had dealings with these Chinese assholes. They say that there's boats off our coast. And they did the remake of Red Dawn. And instead of this time being the Russians, because they're weak now, they're weak as fuck. Now you got the Chinese, they're going to be the ones who are going to invade the U.S. And Joe, where you going to be at when it happens? Where you going to be, Joe? Because you know that shit's coming. Because you're trying to weak us up again. Not wake us up. Weak us up. Yeah, that's right. Weak. W-E-A-K. Weak. That's what you're trying to make us. Weak. So, they can just come on in. That's why you want to take away our guns, man. You don't want us to have guns, Joe. You don't want us to be able to defend ourselves. There ain't going to be no more Minutemen. No. No, they're going to take that away. You're going to leave us with pitchforks or something worse. But no guns. So when these guys invade, while you're sitting there rolling out that red carpet for them to do so, Joe, because that's what it is, a red carpet. And you're going to do that. You're going to let them come on in. And you're going to give them everything. You've already been doing it. You've already been selling off pieces of the U.S. to the Chinese and letting them have it. That's you, Joe, doing that. And that's you continuing to do that. We're smarter than that, Joe. We know better. We know your game. We know what you're up to. We know what you're doing. When it comes time to go do this election, I can only hope and pray that the people see the kind of person you are. How you're selling us out and leaving us in a situation where we could be invaded by the Chinese and took over. And we'd all have Joe to thank for that. That's right, you pedophile motherfucker. You, Joe. You're doing this to us. You and your son. Your son's got a hand in it too. Don't think we don't know. He does. He's a little pedophile motherfucker too. Drug addict, pedophile. He's all that. It's on that computer that everybody's gotten talking about. They got that computer, Joe. They know. But they want to hide it. They don't want that truth to come out, Joe. But we know. But if it's something about Trump, by God, everybody's going to be reporting on that. But if it's about Biden, no, hell no. We're going to suppress the fuck out of that shit. Oh no, he don't trip while going up the steps on an airplane. No, Joe don't do that. But Joe does. We've seen the video of it, Joe. We saw it. Matter of fact, I might even have it. I might even have it for us to display on this thing. Why don't we take a look and see, Joe? Let's see if I don't have that video. Because by God, if I got it, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play it. So everybody can see, the whole world can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure I got that video. Let me just find it real quick. Let's see. Let's see what would it be called. Biden tripping. Something like that. Let's see. Let me see if I can't find it. No, that's not it. Maybe this is it. Oh yeah, this is it right here, Joe. By God, I found it. So this is what we're going to do, Joe. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stick it up here. And we're going to play it. Let's just make it nice and big so everybody can see you tripping. And let's watch. Let's watch as you trip. Oh, there's trip. Oh, there you go again. Oh, doggone, you fell on your ass. And we're going to brush that off though like it didn't happen. Guess what, son? It did. That was Joe tripping. All right? That was Joe. That was you, Joe. That was you tripping. Yeah, that was Joe. Now y'all saw it live. Well, not live, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. I played it for you. You tripped, Joe. You fell on your ass because you're past your prime. Hell, you're way past that. You got, 1.5 feet in the coffin. That's what you got. You probably sleep with fucking, oxygen at night, don't you, Joe? Probably with an IV in your arm too, huh? I bet you do. But anyway, let's just go back to talking about what Joe's really doing. What his real intention is. To suppress you. To take away your guns. To take away your rights. To take away your police so you don't have no defense, no way. That's what he wants. To create chaos. To blame everybody else for what they're doing. That's right. Every time they accuse you of doing something, it's them that's doing it. That's right. Every time they take away your right, it's because they don't want to take away theirs. So they want to keep you suppressed. They want to keep you down so they can stay in power. That's right. They want to be the master and they want you to be the cotton picker. That's right. That's the way it is now. Yeah. See, there's no differentiation of color no more. No. It's either you're rich or you ain't. And if you ain't, then you're the slave. Don't matter what color you are. And it don't matter what color you are to be rich neither. Nope. It don't matter. And they're all in on it. It's just a big old cabal, I guess you could say. And they're not going to tell you. They're going to hold you back. And they got their own ways of, getting their people who they want to be elite into the elite. Some of them, they'll just give them the winning lottery numbers. Yeah. Now, you got to remember, this is all conspiracy stuff. People talk about it. Is it true? I don't know. But it makes sense. How else would they do the things that they do? Think about it. Hell, they had a movie about it, starring Mel Gibson. He come across something, end up being real, and they try to kill him. They've had other conspiracy theories show. They had one with, what was it, Jesse Ventura? They had one with him. These things are real, people. It is. You just don't know which one is true and which one ain't. That's the thing. And they'll never tell you. But there are some things we know is true. There's just no denying. And there's no denying that Beijing Joe, is in cahoots was the Chinese. That's right. Not the Russians. The Russians ain't shit no more. It's the Chinese you gotta be watching for. Trump knew all this. He tried to stop all this. That's why he did what he did. That's why he built up the military. That's why he made us energy independent. He's preparing for this. And Joe's putting us right back under the thumb. So, guys, that's going to be it for today's show. It's going to be up to you to figure it out. It's going to be up to you to believe what you want. It's up to you to do the research to find out, to come up with your own opinion. Just make sure it's an educated one. Not what your mom told you. Not what your dad told you. Not what your friend tells you. Just because they don't like somebody don't mean that you have to be the same way. You don't have to be a follower. Be your own person. Be your own person. But listen, too. Be open-minded. Ask why. I did. I asked why many times. Why is it you don't like Trump? Oh, because, what happened, back before he was president. So what? He's a guy. Guys do what guys do. Can't blame him for that. Girls do what girls do. It is what it is. The point is, did he do it while he was president? No. But you got pictures of Biden groping girls, whispering in their ears, smelling their hair. Biden does all that, and he's president, and he does it while he's president. Trump would never do that. No. So you got to ask. Be educated. I've had people tell me, well, taxes. I says, really? And when you did your taxes, did you get money back? Oh, yeah, I got quite a bit. Okay, I'll tell you what. Now, why don't you do the same numbers on last year's taxes before Trump? Did you get money back then? Nope. Well, what does that tell you? See, the media told you that the tax was, going to be bad for you, but you know what? It wasn't. It was good. It was way good. Now, there might be some people, who didn't get as much money back, but those people are probably people who made more than what they should have. That happens. If you're over that threshold, then you're going to get taxed. But if you were under it, you didn't get hit. And that's exactly what Trump said. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. And that's the bottom line. And you can't deny it. All right. Like I said, believe it, don't believe it. Be open-minded. Research it. Just don't be a follower. That's all I'm asking. Y'all have a great day. And remember, it ain't a mountain if you don't climb it.